Hello wine people, welcome to Thirsty and Wines, where we simplify wine. My name is Peter and I'm a wine educator. In today's video I'll explain everything what you need to know about tank method sparkling wines for your WSET Level 2 in wines. Please note that I made a separate video on traditional method sparkling wines. On this channel we are creating a community of wine people all around the world, and together we will change the world of wine. So if you're interested in wine or you want to get interested in wine, please consider joining us, and let's start the video. Okay, wine people, in this video I will explain everything what you need to know about tank method sparkling wines. I'll explain the two different sparkling wines made by the tank method. One is a more drier style, one is always a sweet style, and on the end I will answer 10 WSET Level 2 example questions. Please see the other video that we made on traditional method sparkling wines. On this slide you can actually see the tank method. Tank method is very simple compared to the traditional method sparkling wines. The main difference is where the second fermentation, where the carbon dioxide is made. For traditional method sparkling wines, the second fermentation is in individual bottles. The second fermentation for tank method sparkling wines is inside a tank. So you have your first fermentation, you have your still wine. Then inside the still wine you add sugar and yeast in order to start the second fermentation. This second fermentation is inside the tank, and I'll show you later on. These tanks are much thicker, stronger than for regular still wines. The reason is because they need to withstand the pressure of the second fermentation, and they also need to trap the carbon dioxide that is created during the second fermentation. When the fermentation is finished, the CO2 is trapped inside the tank, the wines are filtered, dosage can be done. Dosage means that they will add the level of sweetness to the wines, and then the wines are bottled. It's very simple. First fermentation in tank, second fermentation in the tank. Everything is done under pressure so that the CO2 doesn't escape, and the wines are bottled under pressure. This is how a tank for tank method sparkling wines looks like. So it's much thicker, so it can withstand the pressure of the second fermentation inside the tank, so the CO2 can be trapped. The two wines that you need to know for WSET Level 2 for that are made by tank method is Prosecco, which is made by the tank method, and the second wine actually that you need to know is Asti, and it's done by Asti method. The main difference between these two wines, there's many differences, like you see, the number of fermentation is different, the region where the wines are coming from is different, grapes, dryness, alcohol, and flavor. So let's go compare them side by side. Like I explained, for Prosecco you have two fermentations and both of them are in the tank. For Asti method, Asti only has one fermentation. So you have your must, your sugary liquid from grapes, and the wine starts fermenting in the tank. Until it reaches a certain point, the CO2 is left, it is allowed to escape the tank. At one point, the tank gets closed and the CO2 gets trapped inside the tank. For Asti method, for Asti wines are always sweet. There's wines that are more or less sweet, like for example if you see Asti on a label, it's going to be less sweet than if you see Moscato d'Asti. The main difference here is you can see that wines can be between 5 and 9% alcohol. So what does this mean? It means if you see a Asti wine that is around 9% alcohol, it means that more sugar is fermented. So it means the wines will be drier. Not dry, but drier. Then let's compare to Moscato d'Asti, which will have 5% alcohol, which means that less sugar is fermented. It means that the wine will be sweeter. So when you reach a certain level of sweetness that you want to leave inside the wine, you stop the fermentation by cooling, by sulfuring. You filter the wine that was fermented under pressure, and you have your sweet sparkling wine. Prosecco is always made, that's the definition of Prosecco, it needs to be made in the Veneto and Friuli region. Asti is made in Piedmont. Grapes used for Prosecco are Glera, predominantly Glera, and now Prosecco is also allowed to be made in a rosé style. So Pinot Noir is allowed in the blend. Asti is made by aromatic grape variety Moscato. Dryness, sweetness, Prosecco can be dry to off-dry. Moscato will always be sweet. Alcohol for Prosecco is usually around 12% alcohol, where for Asti is between 5 and 9. Like I said, if you see 9% alcohol, it's most probably Asti wine. If you see 5%, it's Moscato d'Asti. Flavor-wise, both of them will be aromatic. Characteristics of Prosecco, it will have this green apple, peach, white flower aroma, so it's going to be dominated by fruits and flowers, fresh fruits and flowers, where Asti will be intensely aromatic. It will be pronounced intensity of aromas, of white flowers, peach, apricot, very flowery. I mean, that's the characteristic of the grape. And it will be sweet. This is how the labels look. So you're going to see Prosecco, or you're going to see Asti or Moscato d'Asti. Very quick video. I mean, please let me know if this was clear. Please let me know if you have any questions. It's very important for us to simplify the wine information. So let's start with the questions, and please let me know how well you did. Asti method has 2 fermentations, true or false? This is false. Asti method has 1 fermentation. Prosecco is more expensive method of production than champagne. True or false? This is false. Like we said, tank method Prosecco wines are much more easier and more efficient, faster, easy to produce than traditional method sparkling wines. How many fermentation does Asti method have? We already answered this, but 1, 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is A, 1 fermentation. What grape is used in Asti? Glera, Pinot Grigio, Pinot Noir, Moscato. The correct answer is A, Glera. Which grape is used for Prosecco? Moscato, sorry, my bad. Which grape is used in Asti? Glera, Pinot Grigio, Pinot Noir, and Moscato. The correct answer is D, Moscato. Which grape is used for Prosecco? Moscato, Glera, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. The correct answer is B, Glera. Asti is always sweet. True or false? This is true. Asti is always sweet. Prosecco is always dry. True or false? False. Prosecco can be dry, it can be off-dry. Prosecco can be rosé. True or false? This is true. It can be rosé. What is the best description for Prosecco? Off-dry, light body, apple, peach. Off-dry, light body, apple and bread. Dry, full body, apple and peach. Dry, full body, apple and bread. The correct answer is B. Off-dry, light body. Oh, sorry. The correct answer is A. What's wrong with me today? The correct answer is A. Off-dry, light body, apple and peach. The final question, what is the best description for Asti? Medium alcohol, dry, floral. Low alcohol, sweet, floral. Low alcohol, dry, floral. Medium alcohol, sweet, floral. The correct answer is B. Low alcohol, 5 to 9, sweet, and very floral. Please let me know how well you did. Wine people, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video on Tank Method Sparkling Wines. Please let us know how well you did. Please let us know if you have any questions. It is very important for us to simplify wine information. Thank you for your support. Please consider subscribing, sharing, commenting. All this will help us to grow our wine channel, and together we will change the world of wine. I'll see you in the next video, and stay thirsty and wise.